I feel like there's different realities that come in different relationships. And some relationships are built from struggle. You know, if you've been in survival mode, if you had a version of yourself that was functioning on a low vibration, moving in karmic energy, it's highly likely that you attracted somebody from that state of being and you all connected based on survival. And so, oftentimes, once you heal from that version of yourself and disconnect from that reality, that relationship that you had that existed in that form can no longer exist. And so the bond breaks. And that's why it's difficult to return to a past relationship or to reconnect with what has already died, you know, because that is a whole different reality that you have outgrown. And although you've changed, does not guarantee that those people have changed or will change too. And a lot of times when you go back to what was, they're still seeing you with the same eyes that they used to. And so there's a disconnect there because there's not a union with who you are in the present moment. And with that, it creates a malfunction in the connection. There begins to be disconnection. And with circling back around and reconnecting, the only way those relationships can truly develop is if there's a shared desire for evolution. That reality is a simulation of its own. So you going back to that simulation is being willing to accept all of the things that comes with it, which means that you're likely to be triggered. Your nervous system is likely to be out of whack to a certain degree because you're going to have flashbacks or be reminded of what was. And it's just not a harmonious situation. And so I say all this to say that I feel like this is the reason why, you know, a lot of people in history, or like if you're talking about biblical text, they left their environment in order to grow, in order to evolve, in order to create a different simulation for themselves. Because I once heard somebody say, you cannot change what is already manifested. And that to me stuck. It just makes so much sense. Certain simulations come with a certain vibration. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. And upon entering certain simulations, you know, they're going to come with certain experiences. And if you want a different experience, you have to go and create your own, create a new simulation outside of what you previously experienced.